Well, so there are many untold stories that we need to listen, discover first, listen to, and learn from. And these stories coming from the grassroots level. So tourism is a great opportunity for us to learn and grow. Tourism is based on storytelling. Storytelling is really crucial in tourism, but which kind of stories are we telling? Who is telling the stories and why? For who? Now, my approach is that we need to open the perspective and then the narratives. We have to be more inclusive. We talk about inclusion, diversity in our sector. Yes, true. My proposition is we need to talk about inclusion even in the marketing, because the marketing is the first way we learn about the place, we learn about the product or an opportunity for an activity. Now, that marketing is the first tool that we have to get to know that reality. And I believe that that kind of marketing, the marketing needs to include the local voices, needs to include the voices of local women empowered and empowering themselves, needs to include the perspective of how important is that project, what means to the local reality in terms of social development, in terms of natural conservation, environmental conservation and environmental protection. So these stories are not told usually, and these are the stories of impact. And this is what I do. I use storytelling, and I call it community storytelling, because the perspective is from the ground. So I sit with the women, I sit with the local community and ask them, what are your stories? What are the stories that you tell through the tourism that you do? And I use that as an ethical marketing tool, because there's no point of only calling an international journalist or a travel writer to go to a place, look at what I see and tell the story. This is only half of the story, it's a partial view. We need to also complement this with the story and the perspective, the narrative that come from the grassroots level. That we can have a richer vision or a richer idea of what we're gonna experience there. So we need to innovate the travel marketing, including more voices, the voices of the local women, the voices of the local entrepreneurs, the voices of the local stories that the culture, what is going on. We need that. We need to amplify those voices. And tourism is a great opportunity to grow and grow in awareness and create a better society. Well, the challenge is, if you think about women empowerment, if we think about gender equality, we have a lot of work to do, a lot of work. A big challenge is that the industry is not diverse, is partial, as a great opportunity because we have a potential to make an impact at the local level. But this only can happen if we change the perspective, if we include more. So the challenge is be able to recognize all the stakeholders needed, especially when we talk about experiences, who is doing this experience, who is benefit first. So include these voices in. The challenge is recognize the protagonists, include them in, let them sit at the same table, and then let's see how tourism can benefit who lives there in the first place. And then the tourists will definitely be enriched because it's something that will learn, that will enrich themselves as experience. So we have to think from the grassroots level up. So the challenge is that the opportunities is the same. So on the other side, opening that and understanding the potential of tourism as a force for good. And I mean it. It can be destructive if you're not aware of your impact. Tourism has an impact always, no matter. But if you're not aware of that impact, it definitely is going to be a negative one. So you have to make tourism a tool to improve what we have in terms of society, in terms of environment, in terms of culture, maintaining, preserve it. And the only way of doing it is be aware of the impact that we have as an industry. All right, this is a great event because it gives space to new ideas. give space to people like me to share their work on the ground, where actually there is not much space. I work in a niche market. Community-based tourism is a very niche market. Women empowerment through tourism is a very, very niche as well. So this event like this gives space to local voices to be seen and heard, to come on stage, share, meet, connect. So this is space for innovation, is space to create a better future and shape a better future for tomorrow together.